When I do these certain videos to inform you of the past, I do it because I don't want you to make mistakes in the present. There are too many of us continuously making mistakes that our ancestors made, especially when it comes to integration, but I'm not talking about that right now. Once again, I'm talking about something that I despise, but it has to be something that I put out there for you. You just have to know about this. So when I talk about the interracial agenda, of course, we know black men with white women on television and black women with white men on television as well in romantic relationships. You know what I've noticed from looking at the past and doing my research is that a lot of the relationships that they wanted to start when it came to interracial romances were the beginnings of black women and white men being paired together. They did it, in very subtly in some of these television shows where it was implied, but there was no kiss made. But once the late 60s to early 70s came about, you could forget it. All bets were off. We had movies like The Landlord that had an interracial sex scene in it. We had Pam Grier in that movie, The Big Birdcage, where she kissed a white man, Sid Haig, okay, in one scene. Hated it. And then, of course, we have the soap operas that were attacking the black females back in the day because black women and white women who were housewives, stay-at-home moms, they watched soap operas just as they do throughout the years right now to this day. And what the network of, I believe it was CBS or NBC, I think it's NBC, Days of Our Lives back in 1975 wanted to do, they wanted to implement a black family. So we had a black mother, father, daughter, and son. Instead of having the black daughter go out with a black man, you know where this is going. You know where it's going. They had the black daughter, Tina Andrews, the actress here, playing Valerie Grant because the name of the black family was the Grants. They had her date a white man, okay? It was the first time they ever decided to do this because they figured that, okay, it's the 70s and integration is here. Maybe people will, gravitate towards the interracial romance without a problem. The fools. All I can say is the fools because black audience didn't like it. White audiences didn't like it. Black and white audiences alike did not like this pairing at all. In the storyline, her mother didn't agree with the interracial relationship. The father was reluctant, but he said if his daughter was happy, he would try to accept it, and the son did the same. The white man's mom did not accept it at all, and the white man had a white female that was his ex-girlfriend that did everything that she could to stand in the way of their relationship, even berating this black woman in public, okay? Now, the foolish woman you see on your screen, Tina Andrews, who is very old now, if she's still alive, she pushed for this fucking relationship to continue, even though viewership was dwindling because they couldn't stand the pairing of the interracial relationship on their soap opera, okay? Even Jet Magazine, which was supposedly for black people, okay, a black magazine, okay, they decided to put this interracial couple, television couple, on the cover of their 1977 August edition, okay? Nobody liked this, but this woman here pushed for this relationship. She was specifically written, even though her whole family in that particular soap opera was written as a black family, she was particularly written to be a black love interest to this white man here who had been injured in a car accident, and the family took him in and nursed him back to health. And as he was being nursed back to health, of course, he gets with her. Of course. But here's what happened. Because black women always want to talk about black men fucking them over. This white man cheated on this black woman with another white woman, okay? And got her pregnant. And did the right thing and decided even if he didn't love her, he married her. She even forgave this white man for cheating on her and wanted to still be in a relationship with him. But he ultimately decided that he was going to marry that woman that he got pregnant, okay? They even did this throughout the 80s on other television soap operas like General Hospital, Loving, All My Children, One Life to Live. Even in my time when I was a teenager going into my 20s from college, They even did it then as well. This is daytime's first interracial couple. Daytime TV's first interracial couple. Notice if it's always a first, they're going to have the white man paired with the black woman. They're not going to have the black man paired with the white woman. Not that I care, because I don't support either, as I've told you in the past. This is something that they do. And you tell black women this, and they tell you, oh, black men are just complaining because it's a black woman with a white man. No, we're complaining because it's fucking crazy. And this black woman pushed for this fucking relationship despite the death threats, despite the negative feedback. And when the network decided that it wasn't going to work 2 years later, they decided to have this man cheat on her and marry a white woman. And she gets to go off in the sunset because she got a scholarship from medical school. When she came back, another black woman took over the role, and they put her in a relationship with a black man, and that didn't even last too long, only about a year and a half. Now she's back, the character's back, now being played by Vanessa Williams. Not Vanessa Williams the singer, but Vanessa Williams the actress. Vanessa Williams has been in a lot of shows. She's been in Melrose Place. She's also been in a number of movies. She was even part of the Soul Food TV series, I believe, that was on Showtime back in the day. As of this recording, she is 57 years old, and she still looks amazing. Beautiful black woman. And she has started a relationship with the black man that her character was in a relationship with earlier on in the 80s. So they've got her back with the black man again. Black love. Let's see how long it lasts. Well, I won't, because I don't watch soap operas anymore. I watched it when I was a teenager, but not anymore. Incidentally, not only did they break up the relationship between her and the white man, but her family had been written out of the show. Interesting, right? As quickly as they implemented a black family into Days of Our Lives, they quickly exited them as well. Now, we know nowadays on Days of Our Lives, there's probably one or two black families on there, but still tokens. But before I leave, does anybody recognize this woman? This is Ketty Lester. If anybody's seen House Party 3 and remembers the grandmother, that's her. She played this woman's mother in the show who objected to the interracial marriage to begin with. My point about this is simple, ladies and gentlemen. They always wanted to be a first with a white man and a black woman. They do it again to this day on these television shows and movies now. Black women will get mad at black men for calling this shit out, not calling out black men and white women, which I do. I call both sides out. This is just bullshit. End of story. And it also goes to show that these interracial agendas never work. People do not like them, even if they say they do.